Hey everyone, my name is Prince, and welcome to something that I don't think I've ever actually done on this channel. As you guys know, one of the main obscure franchises that I cover on my channel is Dinosaur King. And one of the most enjoyable things you can do as a Dinosaur King fan is make your own custom anime cards. The design of the cards in the anime are really cool, and a lot of Dinosaur King fans, myself included, take joy in making our own. Now, in the last Dinosaur King video I made, which was the video talking about the original elements of the secret dinosaurs, which, if you haven't already, you should go check it out because it's a cool video. I actually made some custom non-secret variants of the secret dinosaur cards for use in that video. And a few people have actually been asking about those cards, so I decided to make a video explaining to you guys how you can make your own custom Dinosaur King cards for free. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to this website. This is Pixel Art Editor, and basically, this is the poor man's Photoshop. This is actually what I use to make all of my thumbnails, and I've been using this since before I started this channel. But it's online, it's completely free, and it's actually pretty fucking decent considering it's free. The link to this will of course be down in the description down below, so you're going to want to go to this website. After that, you're going to want to go down into the description again and join the Dinosaur King unofficial Discord. Within that Discord, there is a fan art channel, and if you click on the pinned messages of the fan art channel, you will see a message that I have posted which contains a file. Don't worry, the file is completely safe. I'm not giving you guys a virus. It's literally just a pixel art file. So you're going to want to download that file, and a little bit of advice: when you do so, do not change the file name, because Discord is really shit when it comes to downloading files. So if you change the name, it's just going to change it to a random file that you can't open. But once you've downloaded that, just go on open image and open the file you've just downloaded. And once you've opened the file, your screen should look like this. Now obviously there's nothing on your screen at the minute, and that's because all of the layers over here are hidden. But this is actually my card template file, and contained within these layers is every variation of card that is in the anime. And all you need to do is find the one you want and click this little eye symbol. As you can see, it's got a cross through it because it's hidden. Say you want a fire card, you just click this, and there it is. So in order to show you guys exactly how to make a custom card, I'm going to recreate the card that's in the thumbnail, which is a custom card of Terry, something nice and simple that I can show you guys how to make. Because something else I wanted to do in this video is give you guys a few tips on how to make your custom cards look good. Because I've seen a lot of different people make their own custom cards, and a lot of the time they sort of just grab a random background, grab a random dinosaur PNG, slap them together and call it a day, really. But like everything, it sounds ridiculous, but there is actually an art to making custom Dinosaur King cards. If you want to make them look like they do in the anime, then I have a few simple tips for you. The first is the background type, because if you look at the Dinosaur King cards from the anime, the backgrounds are usually very similar to one another. Because I've seen a lot of people use like a really high quality background in their custom cards, and if you're trying to make a card that looks like the cards from the anime, then that just doesn't fit. So because I'm a lovely chap, I've actually gone ahead and given you guys a few template backgrounds to choose from. We have this one, which you guys probably recognize from most of my non-secret secret dinosaur cards. We have this one, which you'll probably want to use for wind dinosaurs or maybe even black dinosaurs. And then we have this one, and we also have this one. And both of these are actually taken from screenshots from Dinosaur King itself. And you may be thinking that these are pretty low quality. Well, that's exactly what you want from a custom Dinosaur King background. Because if you look at the backgrounds of the Dinosaur King cards from the anime, they are pretty low quality. And plus, when you're looking at these cards, you're not going to be looking at them zoomed in like this. You're more than likely going to be looking at them zoomed out like this. And obviously when you zoom out and have a look at them from this angle, they actually look alright. And I'm sure some of you also noticed that over here we also have the background for secret dinosaur cards. But anyway, back to creating the custom Terry card. So all you want to do is just choose one of these backgrounds. I ended up going for this one. I think it looks pretty cool. Then you're just going to want to go onto Google Images and just type in, you know, Dinosaur King dinosaurs. Now, of course, we want one with a transparent background because, of course, we have better things to do than meticulously erasing the background of an image. So you can either go onto Tools, go onto Color, and then click Transparent, so you'll get nothing but transparent renders. Or alternatively, you can go to my DeviantArt profile, and down here, I actually have a selection of Dinosaur King renders that I've erased the background of. These are just a bunch of renders that I've collected during my time making Dinosaur King content when I've been making custom cards for videos or just making thumbnails. So you can use any of these, obviously. I don't own these images, you know, I just erased the background so I could use them and everyone else could use them, and, you know, they're here for you guys to use. But for this example, we're actually going to be using this PNG render of Terry. We simply right click and then go to copy image, and then we head back over to pixel art. Now, the important thing with placing dinosaurs within this is you want to place them above the background but below the card. That way, obviously, they'll be above the background but beneath the card, just like they are in the anime. So to do this, all we do is select the background so that any image we paste will be above that layer. We hit Ctrl V and there's the render. Now, the other tip I have for creating a good looking Dinosaur King card is actually the placement of the dinosaur itself. Because a lot of people just take a random dinosaur PNG, slap it on the card like with its full body visible, and then just call it a day. But if you want to create a good looking card, that is not what you want to do. If you actually look at the cards from the anime, then you'll notice two things about the dinosaurs on the cards. The first is that they're usually incredibly zoomed in. Most dinosaurs usually only have their head visible, and if not their head, then usually only their upper body. And the second thing is that they're usually always looking from right to left, although there are a few notable exceptions to this. The main ones actually being the dinosaur cards of the D team, and for that reason, I actually don't really like the way that the D team dinosaur cards look. But the general rule is that you want to be as zoomed in on the dinosaur's head and upper body as possible, and they want to be looking from right to left. So let's try and replicate that here. So obviously we want to scale Terry up, and as you can see, he's in front of the background but behind the card, just like we wanted. So like, some people will just leave it like that and think that's good enough, but no, it needs to be far more zoomed in. Keep going, and I'd say that that is probably about good. Maybe a tad bit more, like that maybe? Yeah, I think that looks good. And so everyone, there you have it. A custom card of Terry accurate to the anime. And like I showed you guys earlier, obviously every variation of card is in this template. If you wanted to make a fire move card, then you can just enable this. Obviously a move card doesn't usually look like this. It doesn't usually have a dinosaur that looks like this. I've actually made a few custom move cards myself based on moves that we didn't see in the anime, like moves from the arcade and the trading card game, and you can actually see those on my DeviantArt profile right here. Again, the way I've always looked at it is the best way to make good Dinosaur King cards is just to look at the ones from the anime and just try and replicate the style. So obviously we have all of the regular elemental cards, including the normal element card that was used for the Velociraptor card, in case you wanted to create any more normal dinosaurs for any reason. Then if we go further up, I actually custom made some black dinosaur cards, because as you know, Black T-Rex had its own custom card color, so I made custom black dinosaur cards for all the different elements. I didn't create a normal black dinosaur card because a normal black dinosaur would be a bit of a weird thing to make. But if for any reason you did want to make one, then there's a very easy way to fix that, which I'll go on to in a second. But as well as black dinosaur cards, we also have spectral cards as well. And of course, I forgot to mention that we also have the secret card as well. Let's see what Terry would look like if he was a secret dinosaur. Ooh, looking flashy. Looking nice, Terry. But yeah, if for any reason you wanted to change the cards to make them a different element or make the cards an entirely different color, then there's a very simple tool in pixel art to help you with that. And that is the color replace tool right here. So say for instance you wanted to make Terry an ice type, because I know that ice is one of the most popular custom types in Dinosaur King fanfiction. You'd simply select the color replace tool over here, then click on the color picker and select a really nice bright blue, and then all you do is hover over these little edge bits and then click down and it changes the color. You may want to zoom in and do it, because if you go like this then it does carry over. Actually, if you do it on one with a stronger color that's less similar to the gray of the card, it doesn't actually carry over, so you can just do this. And there you go. See how good does that look? This is also pretty useful if you want to include hybrid types in your story. That's not really something that I like to do. I don't really like that concept of dinosaurs being multiple types, but if you want to do that, then obviously this is a pretty useful thing to do. And of course, if you want to change the color of the card itself, say you want to make it like a super dinosaur for instance, then say let's go with a nice vibrant red, maybe increase the brush size a bit, and then we can go like that. And there we go, Super Terry! And hell, you can even use the color replace tool on the dinosaurs themselves. Now you do need to be careful with this, because if you just go with a solid color that's right in the top right of the color picker, then it's just gonna look like absolutely horrible. You see, the way it works is the closer to white it is, the less intense it's gonna be. So if you want to change Terry from red to blue, then you're gonna want to put the color somewhere around here. And you may also want to mess with the opacity a bit, maybe turn it down to maybe like 60. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's sort of making him a bit more grey than blue. I think I turned down the opacity a bit too much. There we go. So you can see that if it's around here, then it's pretty decent. Again, it's not perfect. You know, you guys can mess around with the settings and see what works if you want to change the color of your dinosaurs. And this is useful, obviously, considering there aren't that many Dinosaur King dinosaurs. So if you want to make a different Tyrannosaur that looks different from Terry, then you can use the color replace tool to give him a different design. And like I said, pixel art's got a lot of different tools to help with stuff like this. For instance, if we go to the hue and saturation, we can actually change the color of Terry like this. This isn't the best way to do it, but as you can see, it doesn't look that bad either. You can do the same for the backgrounds as well. For instance, if I'm making a black dinosaur, I like to have the clouds a little bit darker, so you can simply click on the background of the clouds, go to adjustment and brightness, and literally just turn down the brightness, so it's a lot darker and more spooky. So yeah, everyone, I think that's pretty much it for this tutorial. So go down into the description down below, go to pixelart.com, go join the Discord and download the template, and you know, have fun making Dinosaur King cards. I hope my advice has helped you guys. Remember, the two main things are have the dinosaurs facing from right to left, have it zoomed in on their head, and have a not very high quality background. If you want, you could easily just grab, say, a forest background. I'm just using this as an example. Grab, say, this one. This one looks pretty cool. Slap it down right here. It's pretty big, so I need to rescale it to the size of the card, like so. There we go. Also, a very useful thing when you're messing around with layers is that if for some reason one layer is in the way and you don't want to move it, you can right click on the layer and then press locked so you can't select it anymore. So we just scale that up a bit more, like so. And then we can literally go filter, details, and then go blur, and that kind of makes it a bit better. Yeah, I actually think that looks pretty good considering it was a quick hack job. Again, now that you guys know all of this, you guys can go and experiment to your heart's content, make all these cards, and yeah, just have fun making more cards. And then obviously when you're done, you just go File, Save, and Save as PNG, and make sure that Transparent is clicked on. I should also say that unless you pay for premium like I do, you can only save 3 images per day, so just be aware of that. But The premium is actually really cheap. It's literally like £5 a year. So it's not actually terribly expensive. And also, if there's a card that you want me to make, then leave it down in the comments down below, and I might do some videos where I make your guys' suggestions as custom cards. So yeah, if you want to see videos on me making your guys' suggestions, then leave them down in the comments down below. So yeah, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed, and go check out all of the other things on my channel, Dinosaur King and otherwise. Also, go join the casual Discord down in the description down below as well, as that's how I notify you guys whenever I upload a video or go live. Again, thanks a lot for watching everyone, happy card making, and I will see you on another video or stream very, very soon. Goodbye everyone.